outside. We've got, I don't know, it's a nice, this place hadn't been running for, gosh, probably 15, 18 years until we started something up about a year and a half ago.
Really?
So all the gear kind of sat for a while and all kinds of things didn't get worked, and then all of a sudden they got worked again. And I don't know what happened.
Brought it back to life.
Yeah, man, yesterday was frustrating because I couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear anything in my headsets. And the reason I couldn't was because obviously this thing wasn't working when it was. And then it would cut in, it would cut out, and cut in and cut out. And I had guys saying, yeah, we'd listen to you one break, and then the next one you wouldn't be there, and then you'd be gone for an hour. And then, you know, I mean, like, oh my gosh. So I've had half a dozen little
aggravating
here today, which is good too.
Yeah,
so.
Good. Whatever bug it was, huh?
Yeah.
Gremlin.
I always blame it on Luke Faven, man.
Oh.
He's another Brian legend. So where did you grow up originally? Where are you from?
Youngstown.
Ah, okay, sure.
Yep. So, but and went to my undergrad education at Malone University in Canton, North Canton.
Yeah.
And then graduate school in the Chicago area.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm still in school. I'm finishing my doctorate at UT right now. So.
Are you really?
Yes. I'm at dissertation.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Asking myself, why? What was I thinking?
Well, you know.
Well, if you're in education, you know.
Really, you have to continue to be educated. Don't
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. To stay current and right. And to move up in positions. Yeah. There's so much to know, and so much is constantly changing. So.
There's no doubt about that.
Oh God. Yeah.
You know, it's amazing how that works. But there's a lot of education to be found. How's that? You know,
yeah,
you're
anymore.
fortunate nowadays that you can be that close to, you know, a doctorate program. Now, are you doing it online, or are you going to Toledo, or are you going to YouTube?
Well, now at dissertation, I just meet with my chair, the chair of my committee. Sometimes I go to campus to meet with the full committee, but actually she lives in Fort Wayne, so last time we met was in Defiance because it was closer than her going all the way to her office.
Yeah, no, I don't blame it. Yeah.
So that's nice.
Huh. Well,
yeah.
Again, I you know, it's an interesting world because I've dealt with Defiance and Outgoes the same way. I mean, we're talking about $30,000+ a year to go to school.
Yeah.
Not everybody can afford to send their kid to $30,000 a year, $40,000 a year school.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Even if there are scholarships available and things like that, okay, so they put
right.
it down relatively close. It's a lot of money.
It is. So you think about if a student just takes 1 year, they save not only on that tuition, but on room and board, too. And so, yeah, that just taking 1 year off, 25% discount. Who doesn't like?
Yeah, who doesn't like that? Right, exactly. I agree.
International music icon Lionel Richie returns his multi-year Las Vegas residency show, Lionel Richie All the Hits, to the Axis Theater at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino, November 20th through March 20th, 2018.
Yeah, 5-6 minutes.
Okay.
It's the other part of the radio business. You
That's okay.
do things and then you relax, and then you do things and then you relax, and then you can stretch. You can do yoga here if you wanted to.
There you go.
That might be my next thing.
Yeah, a treadmill or a bike while you're talking.
We'll have it all going on here. I have a little fitness center going while we're doing a radio station.
Just put some weights on your mic, right?
Exactly. I think we'll have memberships after a while.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, anything. This is a radio station. If there are revenue opportunities,
there you go. Yeah.
We'll take advantage of it. So we'll be doing it in front of 8, aerobicizers every day.
Might be onto something. Yeah.
Yeah. This could be really interesting. I'm sure there's fourth career.
Fitness. Yeah.
cost of a can of soda pop per week.
So you and the Briggles have met and known one another for quite a while, huh?
Well, Stephanie was just honored in May as a distinguished alumni of Northwest State. So she was on campus, and we were, get to catch up with her a little bit. I run into her. I still keep up my social work license, so I run into her sometimes at trainings, continuing education training for licensure. So, but yeah, she's doing very well.
And as always, don't forget to check the monitors day or night on Lynn Street to see daily specials you won't hear about anywhere else. Estel Chevy Service in Bryan, putting your mind at ease and exceeding.
But I knew she would be successful when I met her as a student.
Oh, I bet so. You can see that most of the time, can't you?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You really can. And you can find the ones that are going to sell used cars for. You know, I think maybe you ought to be a refrigerator repairman.
Sometimes it's not for everybody.
It's not.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, it's gotten, and I think the sad part about it is, for a while, it was almost shameful if it wasn't for everybody. You know?
Yeah. Well, now they're realizing that, it doesn't have to be a 4-year degree, too. I mean, we have wonderful short-term certificate programs that lead to jobs, 1-year certificate programs that lead to immediate employment, and then the 2-year associate degree that, like nursing is a 2-year associate degree that it leads to immediate, very good employment. Our law enforcement academy, our phlebotomy program is a short-term certificate. Our medical assisting program, early childhood. I mean, we have a lot of programs that 1 year, 2 year, and you have immediate opportunities for employment. Truck driving, welding, I mean, yeah.
Well, and those are all great jobs, and they're all in high demand, right?
High demand, well-paying
There are.
jobs, yes.
So it's mind-boggling, and for the longest period.
And no debt,
Yeah, no debt. I don't know. It's wonderful it's happening. It needs to happen quicker because there's an awful lot of folks that need people, right?
Oh, they're crying. So many of our students are getting offers before they even finish their degree, and we're like, finish, then take the job.
Yeah, exactly.
But some will do both. They'll.
Yeah, and that's a smart idea, I think, for those employers to be able to deal with that too.
We have about 85 to 90% of our students are part-time, so the majority are working and getting their education at the same time. Yeah.
And at that point in time, really, they come out just exactly the same way that you have them here with the first program. They're ahead of the game. They're established in the business. They understand pretty much everything that's going on in that day one.
Yeah.
He's coming in there at that point.
They're focused. They're immediately applying what they're learning, and some of them are, it pays off immediately with advancement in their companies.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right, you ready to talk some more?
Okay, sure.
Hall & Oates here on the Q 96.5 FM, 27 after 9 o'clock Tuesday morning. Talking education with Lori Robinson, the VP for Academics over at Northwest State. Lori, we got into some of the things already. Talked a little bit about getting these college and even 7th grade kids ready to earn some college credits. How successful have you been with like the distance learning, the video conferencing, and those types of new technology over at Northwest?
We use it all the time. We have a number of our classes that are offered in an online format. We also have courses that are offered video synchronous through some of our community partners that offer classes on our campus. So it makes it very convenient for students to actually complete a 4-year degree without leaving the area because of those arrangements that we have with a couple of our 4-year institution partners.
And we have a friend of ours, we call him KB, and he just got his degree from, I don't know, one of those rip-off places out west somewhere, like, UCLA or Arizona or something like that, okay, online via the internet. And I do that because we kid with one another all the time. But I think the perception oftentimes is, how can somebody get an education via the internet? And I watched him struggle through that for the couple of years that he was in the middle of it. And there are ways to make sure that you're learning. There are ways to, even though you're not sitting in a classroom. In fact, I think in a lot of ways it was really one-on-one education in a lot of cases for him, which I think is even better at that.
Well, that's the misperception about online education, that in some way maybe it is easier or less rigorous, and it is not. In fact, we caution students that online coursework can be more challenging because you're not in a classroom where you can have your questions answered immediately if you have one. You have to communicate via email or contact your instructor, and therefore take responsibility for the aspects of the education you don't understand. So it can be a little more challenging and is not for everyone, but it certainly is a convenient way to get your education if you're juggling multiple responsibilities like work and family and your children's school schedules and sports activities. Online education gives you that flexibility then to complete your education.
Well, and I think that's part of the education process over at your place that most people lose track of, because not everybody's an 18-year-old smiling face freshman coming into Northwest.
That's absolutely correct. The average age of our student is 29, so we have people of all ages, which makes the classroom quite a diverse population and a great learning experience, because you have a mix of ages and experiences in the classroom. But we have individuals who, for whatever reason, might have postponed their education or perhaps had education at one point but are now coming back for retraining or want to add to the skills that they already have. So we cater to many needs, I would say. Those who are looking for training for their first job, and those who are looking for retraining for a different career path, and those who want to enhance the skills that they have and move up in their current positions.
Sure. Before we turn the mics on here today, we talked a little bit about the Summer Pell Grant and its availability right now. Explain things to the folks listening right now, folks.
Yes, this is wonderful news for our students who are receiving financial aid. And we have a majority of students who do qualify for some form of financial aid. And the Pell Grant is the primary means of funding your education if you fall into categories of low income or reduced income. So it used to be that it was issued for fall and spring semesters only. And if students happen to have some carryover funds, they could apply that to summer. Well, now the U.S. Department of Education, as of July 1st, has issued full Pell for summer equal to other semesters. So now students will get the same amount for a summer session as they do for fall and spring. So that can help expedite their degree completion by encouraging them to take classes in the summer or perhaps lightening their load in fall or spring if they need to. But now they've got that benefit of extended funding for that summer session.
You know, we hear an awful lot about funding and funding cuts and where are we going and everything else. Where are we going? Any feel for that? Is that part of your wheelhouse?
Well, our tuition has stayed steady at Northwest State, and if we do have increases, they're quite minimal in comparison to our four-year institutions and certainly private education. So Northwest State currently is at $157.33 a credit hour, which is a bargain in comparison to other institutions. So I would encourage people to take advantage of that, because if you think about the cost of a two-year degree or a four-year degree, and you do so at a larger institution, you're going to probably pay twice as much, if not more, for the same education.
Yeah, and there's no doubt about that. It's an amazing process, and again, we point out the quality is there.
Absolutely.
It's just a wonderful, wonderful bargain at this point in time that we have sitting over to our east at this point in time. All right, we have Lori Robinson with me from Northwest State Community College. We're back into music, but Lori will hang around with me, I think, at least for another break. Lori, you got another,
Sure.
at least another little more time?
I can do that, yes.
It's still foggy, a little bit foggy out there. You don't want to go out there in that old fog right
Not
now.
in a hurry, no.
Just hang with me here in the Dome today. 9:33 on a Tuesday morning. We're talking education on the Q 96.5 FM.
Did that come out all right? Does it make it, hopefully, it was easy to understand? Was it easy to understand what I was explaining?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it was very easy. You do a nice job.
Well, thank
do a nice
you.
job. Well, it works out. But, you know, again, this is... Fascinating conversation so far. But let's get into something that I think is hits very close to home to a number of folks, and that is a program where somebody can actually get a college education without having to go to a college for a full 4 years. There are ways of dealing with that as well.
Correct. We partner with quite a few colleges in the area, and actually all over the state, with 2+2 plans, or in some occasions we actually have what's called a 3+1, meaning that students can complete the first 2 years of a 4-year degree, or even possibly the first 3 years of a 4-year degree with us at Northwest State, and then transfer to that 4-year institution for their final 2 years or their final year to complete that bachelor's degree. And that is a huge cost savings for individuals looking at a 4-year education. So we certainly want people out there to know that that is certainly a pathway that we offer, and we can provide information through our faculty advisors on varying degree programs where students can follow that path. Some examples might be in fields of business. We have human services to social work. We have pathways for our nursing students to bachelor's in nursing programs. Variety of opportunities that we would like to encourage people to consider when they're making those college plans.
Yeah, that is really a great idea at that point, because as we discussed, I mean, how does a family nowadays take $25,000 a year times each child? Okay?
Yes.
Because you really can't pay for this one and not for that one, and if you're heading that way, or you can do it the way my dad did it and said, if you're going, you got to figure it out yourself. But back then, it was $2,500.
Right, right.
It wasn't $25,000, and then it just goes up, especially if you're in some of the colleges that you want to get into, that you still can get into.
Correct.
It costs an awful lot of money, and so this is what a wonderful program. Now, is there a deadline? Is there a time that you have to register for these programs?
Well, we're registering now for spring semester.
Okay.
For students who are interested in the College Credit Plus route, there are some deadlines, and April 1st is the deadline for students who want to participate for next academic year. So they have to have an intent to participate form filed with their guidance counselor or their College Credit Plus representative at their high school by that date, and in fact meetings are going on now to give that information out at the high schools. For us, we have rolling admissions, so whenever someone is interested, they want to start spring, summer, fall, they can apply at any time, and they can do that online. They don't have to come to campus. They can if they'd like, but it's very easy to apply online.
Yeah, it is. And I think for anybody of the generation that's applying, most of the time, it's very easy. For an old guy like me, I need to come in and talk to somebody, and that's probably a good situation as well.
Yes, they can walk in at any time and speak to someone in our admissions office. We're open Monday through Thursday till 6 p.m., and Fridays we're open till 4. So.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, it is a wonderful place, and it does so many good things for so many folks, and has for so many years. And you're about to have to replace a president. Jim and I were talking about that as well. And
yes.
That's a good friend. Tom has always been a good friend.
He has. He's been wonderful, but he is choosing to retire, and we're jealous of that. But yes, we are undergoing a presidential search as we speak, and hopefully we'll be announcing our final candidate in the spring.
And I'm sure there are wonderful potentials there too, because an institution like yours would attract good people, and Tom will be a big loss, because he was always a friend to everybody that met him. What a wonderful guy.
He is, yes. Yeah. He'll be missed.
Yeah, he will be missed. All right, one last time before I get out of here, because Mr. Bellamy would be very, very upset with me if I didn't, hammer that point home one more time on a couple of dates, because registration and dates for the 2+2 and the 3+1 are upon us right now. So let's do that one more time, Laura, before we.
Okay, we're registering now for spring semester. Our spring semester starts in January, and so we have several express registration days coming up if you haven't yet registered for spring classes. But again, if you think you would be interested in just information for summer or fall of next year, it doesn't hurt to plan ahead and stop by our admissions office or call at 419-267 5511, and we will get you connected with somebody who can answer your questions.
Fantastic. Lori Robinson has been our guest today, the Vice President for Academics at Northwest State Community College. Come back and see us again, will you please?
I would be happy to do that.
Very good. It was wonderful having you today here on our education program on the Q. Back in the Classic Hits, just you and me now until 1 o'clock this afternoon. All right.